Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Post Game Overtime. I'm Will, joined as always with Brandon. Brandon, how are we feeling and dealing, baby?
We are feeling better than Detroit Lions fans. I can tell you that much.
And better than those fucking Raven fans. That team let us down. Boy, did they ever. They blew that parlay for us. Gosh darn it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and that's a game the Ravens probably should have won. Just too many costly turnovers. Right down in the end zone. So
yeah, you can't make those mistakes against the Chiefs.
No. You have to capitalize on every chance you get. And that's twice. Like that's 14 points there that they missed out on. So that's your own fault. Lions, had the strong lead. Couple risky play calls, but you know what? Again, it's you live by the sword, die by the sword. It's what they did all year. It worked out, got them to this game. It just didn't work this time for him. But it's just tough when you blow a big lead like that in such a huge game to come all the way back and like go to the Super Bowl and whatnot, and you just shit the bed, man. It's got to be a tough feeling. Got to be a tough
absolute shitter for the boys.
We've got a rematch now.
We do, folks. Welcome. This is our post-game overtime Super Bowl special.
That's Super Bowl 58. It's
the big one. This is the big game, folks. The big game. Every year we look forward to the big game. So we are coming at you with a jam-packed, full of NFL fun episode. We got some parlays. We got some straight bets. We got some analytics. Just kidding. We don't do analytics, but boy, do we got some bets. And have no fear if you are not a football fan, because we have some great stuff. I think great stuff. Brandon thinks great stuff. We got some great stuff cooking for our next few episodes. We're going to keep this train rolling. Even after the football season is done, we're going right into some hockey and general sports, as we kind of have always been covering. I know the last 3 episodes have been all NFL, and
but it's playoffs.
It's playoffs. If that's not your cup of tea, just mute this episode, but let it play through so we still get the credit for it. Yeah, baby. We know people that do that. They've probably already muted since the start of the episode, but that's fine. We appreciate you clicking on us. So we got Patty Mahomes. We have Jackson Mahomes, his brother, Brittany Mahomes, his husband. Where do we go? Where are we going? Did you see that video? Where are we going?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
Where are we going? The little finger wave. Where are we going? Yeah, I know we're only audio right now, but I'm doing the finger wave. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where? I don't know. Probably where everyone else is going. Also, you were already going somewhere. You stopped to turn to someone and say, "Where should we go?" Like you were going somewhere. See, this is, everyone was mad about the finger wave, but I'm not mad. I just like to talk a little bit of smack here. I like to talk a little shit. But what pissed me off, or what made me reinforce my dislike on that, where do we go? Where do we go? Was the attitude that you're going somewhere, and then you had to say something. You had to say something to show everyone that you're still in control. No one think about that. This is my husband's moment that he's going to the Super. No. I'm still the shot caller. Where do we go? He's walking somewhere. Because he even kept walking and then stopped. He's like, "What are you asking?" And she's like, "I'm asking where do we go?" And he's like, "Where we're already fucking going." I don't know. Yeah. Meanwhile, she's doing this. His brother's like popping and locking it, popping his pussy, and then forcing himself onto waitresses in the local area. But hey, let's not talk about that one.
His dad's getting a DUI.
Dad's getting the DUI, man. I feel bad for Patty. 3rd DUI, apparently. I heard it's his 3rd DUI.
Yeah. 3rd. Wasn't it also last year? I don't know. It was last year, maybe the year before. But I think it was one of the Chiefs coaches. He got in that accident and went to jail and ended up missing the Super Bowl. So that's 2 years in a row that something like this has come out like just the week before the Super Bowl for the Chiefs.
Maybe that's Mahomes' good luck charm because they won last year. So maybe the dad saw him win and went, shit, like I need to take this one for the team so my son can win.
Yeah.
You know what? I forgive. Maybe this was a noble move by the dad.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, I love my son so much. I want him to win another Super Bowl that I would be willing to get a DUI for him so he will win.
It's dedication.
That's,
Can't buy
that
that
is
kind of
good
loyalty.
parenting. That is good
Can't
parenting.
buy that loyalty.
No, you really can't.
But yeah, another year of Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs.
This year we got Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, assuming she makes it, because there's all these. Because she's doing the night before, I think it is. She's doing a concert over, and I think it's Tokyo.
Yeah,
and so people are already like mapping it out of what time her concert needs to end at. When does she need to like get on a plane? How long it's gonna take to get there? And they're like, oh, she should get there like this amount of hours before the big game or something. Like, I don't care. If she shows up, she shows up. If she doesn't make it, she doesn't make it. Like it doesn't impact the game. So
yes, it does. Don't be silly. And
there's prop bets on whether or not Travis Kelce proposes though.
I've seen
after the game, but that's all on if they win,
she
because they
makes
got.
it. What if he does a Zoom proposal? What if he does a Zoom proposal?
Nah.
No.
There's no way. Nah. But before that, because there's no way he proposes if they lose. And they got to get through a tough 49ers team.
So their opponent, the San Fran 49ers, with the next potential Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Brock Big Cock Purdy.
Except taking opposite ends of the draft.
Yeah, fair.
Like the very opposite ends.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But
dude, what a moment this is for Purdy, though. Like, this is insane.
Second year playing.
First year as a full-time starter.
Yep.
Still has never lost a playoff game in which he's started and finished, played the whole game. He's yet to lose. Undefeated. But this is, I mean, and he's played some good teams. Like, let's not act like he's beaten up a bunch of house league, little league teams. Like, he's beaten some good teams, but this is by far the biggest, matchup. And it's not even just because it's the Super Bowl. It's because he's playing the Chiefs and he's playing Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tall task.
Yeah. I think I'm excited for it. I think that personally, and this isn't just me being biased, I do think the 49ers have what it takes. I think obviously their offense is what everyone seems to be talking about this year, but we forget how dominant that defense has been for the last multiple years. And they did struggle in the first half against the Lions. Boy, did they ever. Especially that run defense. But you know what, like, and I think he was getting some shit because he had some bad plays, was a little undisciplined last week. But we forget, or 2 weeks ago, we forget Chase Young is on that team.
Yeah.
Like,
and he can be a difference maker.
When he's your depth player.
Yeah.
That's good. You know what I mean? Great. Like 4 years ago, he was one of the best in the league, and now he's a depth player on this team.
Yeah, that just shows how built this defense is.
Yeah, it's impressive,
man. Juiced it is. Speaking of juiced, no, we won't. We could go down that rabbit hole.
Bosa's arms?
Yeah.
Huge. Did you see that picture I sent you?
Dude, it was nuts. He's huge.
Dude, fuck Taylor Swift. I want to see his AI nudes. I want to see that guy torqued up.
Though.
I want to see that guy torqued.
Juiced.
But he was eating some juicy fruit beforehand.
Had to have been. And I expect him to have a big game though, because that's like he was part of that team that, in that collapse they had to the Chiefs in what was that, 2019? I think it was. Or 20.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 20. Yeah. Like it's and they've got a lot of pieces from that team still. that was a part of that. And in my opinion, from that moment till now, I think the 49ers team has gotten better, and I think the Chiefs team has gotten worse. That being said, it is, it's always tough to bet against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. But man, this 49ers team, like, they are, from top to bottom, they are built. And even if Brock Purdy plays solid, doesn't have to be great. When you've got Christian McCaffrey and the way he's been playing, like, he could single-handedly take over a game.
Oh, well, and so I think this brings us into our first parlay, our first little parlizzle action of the time.
Yep.
There's a Christian McCaffrey parlay. Now, I'm going to go out and just say it right now. I don't think I'm taking this one.
Okay.
I don't think this is the move, personally.
Oh, it depends what it is.
I'm just pulling it up now. So it's McCaffrey to score a touchdown. McCaffrey to have 50+ rushing yards. And 50+ receiving yards. I don't know if that one's going to hit, man. I don't think that one's going to hit because I think the Chiefs are, and I almost hope it doesn't hit, because I think to win a game against the Chiefs, you need to diversify the shit out of your offense. I think you need to just attack them in every which way and never let them rest. But I think if your whole offense runs through McCaffrey, you have to assume that their whole defensive game plan strategy runs through stopping McCaffrey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think if that's what you're putting all your marbles on, then I think you're set and you're walking into a no-go situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what I do see what you're saying. Yeah, and that is a very good point, because it's a very realistic possibility there. Yeah, because again, like when you're going in, you got to try and take away the other team's strengths, and what is the 49ers' biggest strength? It's McCaffrey and what he does. So
now, Chiefs are the underdog going into this game according to the books, which I hate as always.
Very slight underdog, though.
Yeah, but still a fucking underdog. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
They should. I would honestly kind of thought this was just going to be even money, to be honest.
But I would hope. That's what I wanted, personally.
Super Bowl, so you never want to be like, oh, even money. You want to have the underdog story, and of course they're going to make it be Mahomes, the defending champs, I guess, and the team that seems to always make it every year is the underdog. Which, I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't love that personally.
Yeah. I don't either. I don't. I think I don't know. I think that once again is just begging for that narrative. Oh, we're the underdogs. We're the underdogs. It's like, shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're the KC Chiefs. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Never been the underdogs.
Like, normally, like, if the Chiefs were to win this game, I wouldn't even be, mad or anything. Like, it'd be like, okay, you know what? I don't have a disdain for Mahomes or anything. Like, he's a good player. He won. But for me, it's the fact of the loss they had earlier this season to the Bills, and just how much he bitched and complained and whined over it. And it's like Josh Allen beat him.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of congratulating him, he's just like throwing a temper tantrum and being a crybaby. After that, I was like, you know what? I don't want the Chiefs to win this year. Like,
yeah, that was ridiculous how how in the handshake afterwards he complained to Josh Allen. It was like,
he wouldn't just be like, good job, man. He was like being like, that's bull. It's like shut up, man. You lost.
I love how Allen was even kind of like, oh, yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I guess. Like,
after that, I was full on the bandwagon of like, I don't want to see the Chiefs win now. I don't want to see that type of behavior go on and have them win it all. Had he have just taken that loss with defeat and been like, hey, Josh Allen, you beat me today. You were the better quarterback. Congrats on the win. Totally different story going to this. But now I'm like, no. And that's weird because I'm also a Cardinals fan. And they're, kind of a divisional rival with the 49ers. So it's not like I'm sitting here like going to be super pumped that like the 49ers are.
Oh, yes, you are.
If they win. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see that type of behavior that Mahomes showed.
You're really going to be
end up
mad
with
if
the ring.
Brock Purdy gets the big dub?
No, I'm not going to be mad, but I'm not going to be like super happy and be like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is what we wanted. Like, no, I would have much rather seen either the Ravens or Lions, and I would have been cheering for them. Like this is probably the most exciting matchup we could have gotten, but it's the one I wanted the least. Because I would have much rather seen the Ravens or Lions.
So honestly, I was rooting for the NFC this year. I wanted to see the Lions or the Niners because I love Purdy. How can you hate a guy that was Mr. Irrelevant?
No, it's not like I dislike Purdy, but I just like the story of the Lions, and I also wanted to see Lamar Jackson get it done.
Okay.
That's like, would you if the Bills had a Mr. Irrelevant, would you be cheering for the Bills to go on in?
Yes.
Really?
As long as it wasn't against the Patriots, yes. But guess what? The Patriots
you're a better
sucked
man than
this
I
year.
am. You're a better man than I am.
Oh, it's good for the league. It's good for the league, and I think it's.
I 100% agree. It's just I would have much rather seen the Lions, finish the story that they set out on, or Lamar Jackson to finally get one, because he's now looking like a guy that can he get it done the playoffs when it matters most? Not really, but he also does have time to turn that around. So, but no, I don't want to see it.
Does he?
I don't want to see it. Maybe
he's running out of time, man. He has a horrible playoff record.
That is the thing.
He can't finish. He's not a finisher.
He's really not. At least not in the playoffs.
He's not a closer.
No.
Coffee's for closers.
No coffee for him.
Damn right.
What are some of the kind of props you like going into this game?
Before we go into the props, there's one more pre-made that I think I'm gonna go for. A little touchdown parlay.
Okay.
CMC anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce anytime touchdown.
Yeah, he's a lock to get one.
Debo anytime touchdown.
Ooh, Debo.
I feel like all three of those guys, I think they're scoring.
Actually, you know what? If you had to pick 5 or 3 guys who are going to score in this game, it's probably going to be those 3.
Yeah, the only one I would add is maybe Kittle.
No, if I had to add a 4th, then it'd probably be Pacheco.
Yeah, okay, but fair. But like, if you're picking your top 3, are those 3 guys? No.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So that's going to be my first parlay, Parlizzle.
That's actually yeah. You're right. If I had to pick
it's
3,
boosted.
It would be
plus 600.
Very, very winnable.
Done and dusted, baby. Put that one in there.
Locked in. Off to a good start. Off to a great start.
So now I want to look at, do they have any like Super Bowl props? Are we getting like
That's the thing, I'm not getting.
Like, are we getting like can we do the coin toss here?
I think we might be too ahead of the.
Yeah, that stuff will get released sooner.
Yeah, I think we're still a little too far ahead of the.
We'll make a post. We'll make a post about what our little fun props are.
Yeah, like I don't know, what are kind of the main ones? Like, I guess a lot of people do the
color,
national
coin
anthem,
toss.
Coin toss, yeah.
Gatorade's a big one. Anthem length.
Those are kind of like the 3 big ones that I normally focus on. I guess, I mean, the big one, I mean, we can't do it because FanDuel is not in our area. They hate us, but
Kick of Destiny.
Gronk's doing the Kick of Destiny 2 again. I still think it looks like the first one went through, and they said he missed. But
I didn't.
does he make it this year? It was thrown in like a little commercial. It was like 5 seconds mixed into the middle of the game. I think a lot of people actually ended up missing it. They thought it was going to be like on the field or something. And does he hit it? I think he does.
Yeah, I think he hits it.
I think he hits it this year now. They're making a whole
now
big
you
deal
can
about his
bet on him missing it this year.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, last year it was just will he make it? You can only bet on yes he'll make it, but now you can bet no he won't.
Okay. Yeah. So I think he's making it then.
All right. Let's get into some real props here, okay?
Yeah.
So touchdown score. Do we want to throw any time tutties on there?
Do
we want to just build one monstrous one?
We could actually.
All right. So let's throw a CMC and Kelsey anytime on there.
Yeah. Because those I think are two guys that like. Honestly, they're probably going to be the two to maybe even score like the first 2 touchdowns of the game.
Yeah. Okay. Mahomes. Over 260.5 yards.
Ooh. 260. You know what? I don't think you can take looking at like past games into account. Just because the Super Bowl is like a whole different thing. Right?
Yeah.
I think you probably, for Mahomes, I think you probably have to take the over, right?
All right. I'll take that over. Passing completions. Does Purdy get 20.5? I say over. He didn't get the 21.5, but he ended with 19 in the Lions game. And I think
he hits the over.
I think he's gonna have to move the rock better in this game.
And he didn't have a great first half either.
No. Passing touchdowns. They're both at 1.5. I'd be willing to take both of them on the over.
I was gonna say both on the overs probably. That's not outrageous at all.
Yeah. All right. Do you think either of them are gonna throw a pick?
That I don't know. What was it? What was the stat? Like Mahomes hasn't thrown an interception in the playoffs. I think it's like in his last like 6 games or something.
All right.
Like
I'm good to stay away from that one.
And then with Purdy, I don't want to pick.
Yeah, I don't want to put that into the universe.
Yeah.
All right. I'll stay clear. Okay, some receiving props. Ayuk. Over-under is at 61.5.
You gotta take the over on that, no?
You think? Here, I'll lay it down this way. Ayuk's at 61.5. Debo is 57.5. Kittle is 48.5. I say we have to take the over on one of those 3.
Yeah. I'm still kind of leaning towards Ayuk, honestly.
All right.
I think he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna get like I think he's honestly probably gonna have like at least 6+ receptions. So between that, I would say he probably hits the over on that.
Okay, so instead of that, then would you want to? He's at 4.5 receptions. Do we want to take the over on that then instead?
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. I'll ride that one with you. I think he gets
at least over 4.5. Like he at least hits 5.
Okay. Kittle. He's at 4.5. He's at 3.5.
Man, has Kittle been getting utilized much lately?
He's a huge
Like,
blocker, so maybe it's good to stay
yeah,
away. Debo 4.5. I say Debo's over 4.5 as well.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then Kelsey is at 6.5 or
What's his yards?
71.5.
Mm,
I feel confident riding that 6.5 personally.
I'm also confident in that 71.5.
I'm not crazy about that 71.5.
Dude, they're just gonna like feed him. But I guess that
Yeah,
also
but
does so the reception.
they're gonna triple team him though.
Yeah, with the receptions, yeah, actually that's better.
Yeah, 6.5, you think?
Yeah, because he's gonna get the ball a shit ton regardless. So rather than expecting or hoping for him to hit a certain amount of yards, it's better to be like, dude, just catch the ball.
Yeah.
Catch
And
the
he's
ball
got good
and go
hands.
down. Yeah.
He sucks in
What
those balls.
and if the Chiefs need to make a big drive at any point in the game, it's gonna go to him constantly.
Yeah, like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. So actually, you make a good point. I like that more. You sold me.
Do you think Rashee Rice is? Do you think we even gamble on him?
No.
No. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Player rushing
I think he'll have a
props.
good game, but I don't know what to expect from him in this game because we haven't seen him in a Super Bowl yet. So it's always tough to tell what you're going to get out of a player.
Okay. Pacheco. 15.5 attempts
Oof,
or 67.5 yards. Both are hard hits there.
ooh.
That's a lot. That's a lot of action.
Yeah. So they're banking on him.
You ready for the McCaffrey line? 18.5 attempts and 91 yards.
I was gonna say McCaffrey probably goes even crazier. What was the attempts for Pacheco again?
15.5.
I think you take the over on Pacheco.
Not even the under, maybe. Like, is it worth trying to take an under on one of these guys?
But I think when you look at the way that like the Lions run game kind of steamrolled the 49ers, I think you got to think the Chiefs are looking down that and being like, yeah, that's we got to try and capitalize on that.
Yeah, I could see them giving the rock because that's
Pacheco's
that's
a big part of that offense.
he is. He really is, and I think their O line is improved, and I think like you do need to have a rush game. Like you can't just throw the ball.
Yeah, and it's not like Mahomes is a designated runner like Lamar Jackson or something. Like he only kind of runs when he needs to get out of the pocket.
And the only other guy you have there is Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll maybe come in every now and then, but for the most part, like it'll be Pacheco doing
He's
the heavy
6.5 yards. Do you think he gets over 6.5 yards? Is that the move? Or do you think they're just giving the rock to Pacheco?
You know what? The fact that they only gave Edwards-Helaire one rush last week against Baltimore, probably not in the Super Bowl.
Okay. How many rushes did they give Pacheco?
He had 24 last week against the Ravens.
Attempts?
Yeah.
Oh, then I think he can cover that 15.5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, I like that.
If they don't trust Edwards-Helaire against the Ravens like that, like how do they trust him that much in the Super Bowl now?
Okay, do you think CMC gets over 50 rushing yards?
CMC gets over 50?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, let's add that on there.
He easily will clear 50. Dude, he'll probably do that in the first play of the game, honestly.
Do we risk it and go 75 then? I just
75,
think
I'm not sure, just because
Yeah.
he's going to be getting the ball thrown to him a bit, so.
Well, and I feel like if you are that defense, like you're planning for him. You are planning for him.
You have to.
Okay, do you think
I think
Bosa?
50's safe.
Do you think Bosa gets over 3.5 tackles and assists?
If I had to pick anyone, I would probably pick Bosa because I'm expecting him to have
or Fred Warner. Well, Fred Warner's at 8.5 though.
Yeah, 8.5. But again,
he's a beast. He's a beast.
Yeah.
But do we put Bosa in there?
If I had to pick one or the other, I would take Bosa, I think.
Yeah, 3.5. That's not impossible to cover, and that's tackles and assists. So as long as he's in on that play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they gotta be looking for their big dogs to really take control here.
All right. Okay. We're just looking at some other ones here.
We've got a bunch all slapped in here.
Do you want to add that 1.5 field goals made?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think there will be 2 field goals in the game?
There must be, right? There has to be at least 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll ride that one with you.
Yeah. Give some love to the kickers.
All right. Dicker the kicker.
Yeah. I think that's kind of all the...
Oh, I don't think it's going to let me do over 10 legs.
Oh, maybe it caps you at a certain amount.
Caps me at 10 legs.
Mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, mine did 11.
It says I've reached the maximum number of selections. Oh, I have 12.
I say, because I got 11 in it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I have McCaffrey and Kels, each a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't get either one of those. That's where it is.
All right, so then drop the field goal shenanigans.
Yeah.
We got to be riding the same parlay, baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I didn't get those 2.
So that's our 12-leg parlay. What do you say?
Okay, wait. So you're gonna have to run this back to me here now because I got to reset.
No, you can just cancel off that one touchdown or the field goal. No.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Did you already reset it though?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I'm going through. I think I should have it.
You ready? I'll read it out to you.
Okay.
For the folks at home to play along with us, folks. Put $1 on it. Put $1 on it. Okay, McCaffrey, touchdown. Travis Kelce, touchdown. Mahomes, over 260.5 pass yards. Brock Purdy, over 20.5 completions.
Yep.
Mahomes, over 1.5 pass touchdowns. Purdy, over 1.5 pass touchdowns.
Yep.
Ayuk, over 4.5 receptions.
Yep.
Debo, over 4.5 receptions.
Yep.
Travis Kelce, over 6.5 receptions.
Boom.
Pacheco, over 15.5 rush attempts.
Yep.
McCaffrey, 50+ rushing yards.
Yep.
Nick Bosa, over 3.5 tackles and assists.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to actually...
Holy shit, what a monster.
I'm just gonna see you keep your odds up there. I'm gonna make one change and see if this changes at all. Okay?
This is outstanding work by us.
Yeah, that throws the odds way too much. I'm getting a little antsy about that Purdy 1.5, but I think he's gonna throw 1.5 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's the beauty with McCaffrey, because McCaffrey honestly very well could just get a receiving.
Yeah.
One and then boom.
All right. One more time. CMC, TD, Kels, TD, Mahomes, over 260, Purdy, over 20.5 completions. Mahomes, 1.5 pass touchdowns, Purdy, 1.5 pass touchdowns. Ayuk, over 4.5 receptions. Samuel, over 4.5 receptions. Kels, over 6.5 receptions. Pacheco, over 15.5 rush attempts. McCaffrey, over 50 plus rushing yards. Bosa, over 3.5 tackles and assists. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your plus 11,000 odd 12 leg parlay for your Super Bowl 58.
Absurd.
You putting some bones on it, Brandon?
Absurd.
Yeah, you're putting some bones on it?
We'll have to do a little bit on her.
How many bones are you putting on it?
Why not?
I'm going to put some bones on it, Brandon.
I think this is actually the biggest one we've done. Is it going to hit?
Yes.
Maybe. In my opinion, it looks very good.
This one feels hittable.
watch everything hit, and the only one that doesn't is the CMC touchdown.
That's real, man. That's
Which,
real.
in my opinion, is I think is the biggest lock.
Well, I think that one had the best odds or the lowest odds. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That being said, if Taylor's not there, the odds for the Kelsey touchdown will shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on that leading up.
Yeah, maybe we'll cash out.
Like we're due for one eventually. We keep
and
saying
this is
that,
a big one to be due for.
Yeah.
All right, I'm putting some bones on it.
It's our time.
I'm putting putting some bones on it.
Are you? Like what? What are we talking here?
We'll talk off air, right?
All right.
But is that the parlay place bet?
Yeah, I'm already locked in.
Oh, I'm locked, baby. I'm locked.
There's no going back. Like who do you think's gonna win though? Because like we didn't do a straight up who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. Who do you realistically think is the winner at the end of the day, and who's the loser? Who's going home crying?
Well, we got to put bones on that as well.
Let's do it.
And I saved some bones in the bone bank. In the graveyard.
I would hope you did.
Yeah,
the 49ers are the favorite going in. Very, very slight favorite. What are we thinking here?
All right. My official.
The spread is also set at what's the spread? 1.5?
2.5. Two even. My official Chiefs Niners Super Bowl pick of destiny. $49ers -2, baby. Let's ride!
Ooh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
After all this chatter, you think I'm going to turn my back on Big Cock Brock? Brandon, are you kidding me right now?
No, I'm with you.
I will ride with that man. I will ride on that man, okay? I will ride that man.
I am with you on it. Like I think if there was ever a time for the Chiefs to finally get knocked off, it's this team. It's this 49ers team.
They are
all the way through. I think the 49ers probably have them covered in every position. The only thing you could argue is quarterback. But I think, you know what? It's the same thing. We always say, oh, you know what? You can't bet against Mahomes in the playoffs. Can you bet against Brock Purdy? He hasn't lost ever.
Ever.
So that's my thought process going into it is, okay, sure, you can't bet against Mahomes in the playoffs. Can you bet against Purdy, though? He hasn't done anyone wrong. He's won every game he's gone into and played it all the way through. If he doesn't get hurt last year, you probably see the 49ers in the Super Bowl last year and potentially coming in as the winner, trying to go back to back. So
yeah.
I'm on the 49ers wagon. I do think that they win this. And like we said, if you got to beat the Chiefs, you're going to have to really stomp them in. And so no point taking a money line because they're not going to win by one. Like it's going to be more than that. So I'm fully
It's going to
comfortable.
be at least 3, I think.
At the very minimum, maybe even 4, maybe
Even 5. 6?
maybe 7, maybe a full on tug.
We think an 8 2-point conversion.
Like with this team, it's possible.
9, a safety in there.
I didn't even think about safety. It's a good call.
All right.
Like it's possible.
All right.
But like that like all in all, I really do think that the 49ers do win this one, and they just got to go out there and get it done.
All right, folks.
They got to put an end to this Chiefs miracle year of Taylor Swift and Mahomes being a crybaby after a loss, and they look at all the adversity they're facing. They don't face adversity. They're the Chiefs. If anything, everyone else faces adversity except them. But that being said, let's do a couple friendly ones here. We don't have odds or anything. Like we said, once we do get some, we'll put a post out. What are we feeling for
Tails Blue
coin
Gatorade
toss?
over on the Anthem?
Okay, because I had over on the Anthem. I have heads, and I have orange Gatorade.
Blue, baby. It's blue.
Nah, it's gonna be orange.
Don't
It's gonna be orange
chat
this
with me,
year.
you fucking loser.
It's gonna be orange this year. I
All
feel
right.
it. The Chiefs will have blue. So if you want blue, then you gotta want the Chiefs one because 49ers are rocking the orange.
Do you know this? What's your insider info?
I don't. I'm just making shit up. That's what we do here. That's really
Yeah,
all we
good
do
point.
here. We just make shit up.
Listen,
And
I
then
saw
people
some
think we have the
AI
inside
pictures,
scoop. Oh, did you?
and they had blue Gatorade in them. So
Oh, those AI pictures.
I may have seen
I thought
the
you meant the other
script.
ones.
I may have seen the script. All right, no, it's blue Tails over on the Anthem, and you're saying it's heads orange
Over on the Anthem.
over on the
It's
Anthem.
always the over.
It's always the over. So we'll take the over. We can agree on that. We're boys being dudes, guys being dudes. We'll agree on that. Hip, hip, hooray. But shake hands right now. We're going to parlay this friendly wager.
Okay.
What's the stakes here? Cheeseburger? As Andy Reid would want it? A cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know, a cheeseburger. An Andy Reid style cheeseburger.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't have hate for this man.
Yeah.
I don't have hate for Papa Reed.
No.
For the big Andy.
Absolutely not.
For the handy Andy.
I have a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, no.
Do I want him to win? Absolutely not. But I don't have anything against him.
Better than Kyle Shanahan. No, I'm just kidding. I love Kyle Shanahan.
Speaking of coaches, though, little outside Super Bowl news. Our best friend, big listener of the podcast, Cliff Kingsbury, signed with the Las Vegas Raiders.
I heard, and what a great story. That's the end of that, folks. That's a trade, right? Because there's nothing more. He just signed with the Raiders, and like there's not much news there, right?
Signed with the Raiders. Went to go and see him. All of a sudden, boom! Where is he? Oh, deal's canceled. Huh? He's now the newest offensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders.
Oh boy.
Which is interesting because where Cliff Kingsbury coached, obviously, or most recently, he was working with Caleb Williams, who's obviously going to be the number 1 overall pick going into the draft this year. And so it was like, he's with the Raiders now. The Raiders kind of need a quarterback. Look for them to move up to number 1 and get Caleb Williams. And now he goes to Washington, who's sitting at 2. So now all eyes are, is Washington going to trade up to number 1 there and reunite Cliff with Caleb Williams? So that's something to keep a bit of an eye on because that
would be interesting.
Yeah, it adds a little more spice to the draft now. Because as we mentioned earlier, like the draft is going to be
Oh, it's electric this year.
It's gonna be very entertaining. And
I'm excited,
with
man.
this
If
signing,
Patriots
there's
take a
not a whole lot.
position player, I'm gonna castrate myself live on air.
Yeah, they need to take a quarterback.
If they take
They
a
have
position player, I'm never watching football again.
Yeah,
Folks,
yeah, that'll be rough for them.
folks, the Super Bowl is coming up, and we're going to be posting all about it. There's going to be a lot of live reactions. There may be some TikToks going into the big game, some TikToks. So I want you to all pull out your phones right now, even if you're driving. I'm kidding. Don't pull. Hey, pull. No, pull over.
Pull over right now.
Turn on your blinker. Wait, turn on your blinker.
Oh, what's that behind you? Oh, cops! Time to pull over.
Whoop whoop.
The cops want to listen. They want to listen to this with you.
If you're a cop, sir, please
pull someone
roll down
over.
the window.
Pull someone over so they can pull out their phone
and head to the social medias. Now, what are they going to do when they head to the social medias? They are going to go to at PGO Show on TikTok and Instagram, at PG Overtime on X, and at Postgame Overtime, Postgame one word on YouTube. You click the link in the bio. That's going to take you to all the other links in the bio. It's also going to take you to the link for W Energy. W Energy is once again partnering with us for this amazing episode. W Energy, the jitter-free, crash-free energy blend formula that you know you love. It gets you what you need with all the things you don't need, or without the things you don't need. If you click over to their website in the link in our bio, you're going to get 10% off at checkout. And that 10% off at checkout is going to be obtained to you through 3 simple letters. That is PGO, 3 simple letters. PGO at checkout gets you 10% off your entire W order. But use the link in our bio so they know we sent you W Energy. Thank you again.
Boom.
Folks.
That was some heat. That was some heat you just
That
threw
was the
out there.
PGO Rap God edition.
That was unreal. That was spicy.
Folks, thank you so much for listening. Go 49ers.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wouldn't be a Super Bowl special if we didn't talk about some clowns, would it?
Do we have some Super Bowl clowns? Do we have a super clown?
No.
Oh.
I got the opposite, actually.
Okay.
Some people are calling him a clown. I personally think this was a huge power move. So just last weekend, actually, no, I kind of do got one half clown, sort of, depending what angle you want to look at it from. Last weekend, or I guess this most recent one, was the NHL All-Star weekend in Toronto.
Justin Bieber was there.
Yep. One of the fun things they did for it is instead of just having teams per division, they had all the players come together and they did a little fantasy draft. And each of the 4 teams actually had a celebrity
where you're going with
coach.
This.
And so obviously Justin Bieber is one of them. One of the other ones was Michael Bublé.
The Bubbles. Yeah, I know where you're going with this one.
And Michael Bublé did the draft on shrooms. Which,
so he says.
No, he was. You could tell he had to do some, because they were all like mic'd up for the entire thing, and he was trying. They were like, he was kind of in the middle of doing like an interview, and he zoned out for like a good 5 seconds, like 5 or 6 times.
He Mitch McConnell'd it,
and you could tell his brain was just not there. He was trying to work out what to do, and then his immediate thing was just be like, "I love the Vancouver Canucks. I would die for that team." It was like, man, well, this guy's like. A lot of people just thought maybe he was just drunk or something. But then he said afterwards, one of his
buddies said it was a microdose.
Yeah, and it wasn't. But I got one clown. I can't say who it is because I don't want to harass anybody or anything. But I'm sure lots of people have seen it. If you haven't, you can easily go and find it. There is a Chiefs fan on Twitter. And he posted a stat that Tom Brady had a 5-6 record against the Chiefs in his career. And he said, "Oh, I thought that Brady owned the Chiefs." And this one guy replies and says, "Brady is 2-0 against him in the playoffs, though." And what does this Chiefs fan respond by saying? "Wins aren't a QB stat," which I agree with. But that also completely goes against his thing of bashing Brady, saying he's 5-6 against the Chiefs in his career. Because like you just said, wins aren't a QB stat, so he
So,
kind
but
of
he
got baited
he
into
does have a winning record against them.
in the playoffs.
No, just all included.
No,
Because if he was 5-6, he'd be 7-6 all included. Because he was 2-0 against
no, just in his whole career,
him.
5-6. The guy's just saying that 2 of those wins
Really, because
are.
I saw a post the other day that I thought said it was different.
I'm not 100% sure. I could very well
We're
be
gonna
wrong.
look this up. We're gonna look this up. That's okay. That's fine. We're gonna look it up.
But it's just funny seeing Chiefs fans quickly get baited into completely throwing out their entire argument just like that. Because I agree, wins aren't a QB stat. So never have, never will be. It's a team stat. It's a team game.
Also, not all those losses were against Mahomes.
Yeah, that's also very true. That's just against the Chiefs throughout all of Brady's career.
Yeah, because he lost to them in 2005. What year was Mahomes drafted?
Mahomes was 20. Was he 20? I think 2017 or was he 2018? 2017.
17?
Yeah, because 2018 was actually I'm not sure. Yeah, would have had to have been 2017, right?
Yeah, so I think this is just regular season. This doesn't include playoffs.
Mahomes drafted 2017.
Yeah, that just includes playoffs, though.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, well. Then technically Brady has a 7-6 record, so he's above 500 then.
Tom Brady has an 8-6 in the regular season and the playoffs versus the Chiefs. Scoreboard.
Yeah, so there we go.
Scoreboard. Yeah, I thought he in the regular season, you nerd. You nerd. And you know what? Wins are a QB stat. Why? Because Brady has a more over you, you fool. You fool. And you know when the last time he beat you? In the Super Bowl, baby. When it mattered the most. When you wanted it the most. He stomped your little boy. He hurt your boy, Kels. He took Kels down. He took him down. He got in your head and he took him down. Huh?
Now It's time for Purdy to step up and take the Chiefs down.
Take him down. Get in their head and take him down.
Overall, though, I'm looking forward to this game.
I can't wait. I think it's just going to be an awesome game. I'm getting off work early, man. I am so excited.
Well, you got to, right? Biggest game of the year.
I told my boss, I'm like, is this or I quit? Like, no, I didn't actually say that.
To see Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl, can't pass that up.
I actually asked really politely, and he was super cool about it. He's like, yeah, if you want to come in an hour early and leave an hour early, you're good to do that. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, see your money. You're chilling.
No, he's a cool guy. Shout out to my boss. He's cool. He's a cool guy. He's a good dude, you know. I'll take a bullet for that, man. No, I'm just kidding. Folks, tune in to PGO, all of our social medias, because we want you to stay updated on any last minute bets, last minute parlays, and last minute action analysis and funny memes as we lead up into this game.
Yeah.
And I will end this episode with the words of a poet. I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. I made that bitch famous. I made that bitch famous. Kanye West, circa 2016. Folks, thank you. Do you like that one? Actually, I think it's like circa 2014.
I don't know. I've never even heard that one. So
you don't know that song?
No.
Famous by Kanye West?
No.
I
live under a rock. That's why I'm a Cardinals fan.
Dude, you gotta look it up. Because that's the song we're gonna be playing when the 49ers win.
when the 49ers win.
I
like
said
that.
when, you
like
fool.
No, I know. I like it. I'm just repeating what you said. I like it.
Thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I get mad at you sometimes.
I like it.
I'm just so nervous.
That's okay. I'm a Cardinals fan. I deserve it.
Yeah, you do. Cardinals fucking suck ass. So the Kingsbury method is off to ruin another team. Isn't that exciting? And do you know who's not off to another team? Bill Belichick, because everyone's a fool.
Yep.
The Patriots should have just kept him for 2 more years.
They should have.
They should have. I think that was bullshit. I think it was a disservice. I think it was a media move, honestly.
Yeah,
I think it was this whole, like, look how tough we are. It's like, oh, bother. Come on. You had 2 losing seasons after 20 years.
Bring the hoodie back.
You bring him back. Like me trying to reverse my circumcision. Bring the hoodie back. Need somewhere to store my snacks.
All right,
folks. Thank you so much for listening. We love you. Go 49ers. Go NFL. I hope you're watching the game, and I hope you enjoy it. See you soon. We'll see you after the game.